This on the screen here. So, let me close this down. Total account looking like 55K. I haven't actually done a portfolio update for stocks lately, but I guess maybe I'll do that sometime today. I did do a portfolio update for crypto, but yesterday, guys, was insane, right? We understand what it was. We understand the pullback as well because it was finding a way to test 50. Not only just testing, 40 or passing 40, but testing 50 was absolutely insane. Let me just go ahead and find where I'm going with this. Here we go. All right, we got 26 people watching. Thank you guys for stopping by. We got 6 likes. Hit the like button as soon as you get in here. It stops me from asking. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, we have a more growth today, and it's just a great week that we see all around. That would be phenomenal. We're still waiting for this to jump to make a huge move, but we'll get there. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Gloria. Holding strong yesterday made me do my happy dance. Yeah, I hear you. It was really, really good because a lot of people were just like, hey, are we gonna break 40? And my thought process with the way that they were going about things, that we were going to see it break 40, but we might have seen it like resist, right? But seeing it break 40 by so much and break 45, break these levels, without even batting an eye, right? It's just like without even blinking at all. It's absolutely amazing. Get up to 50. It looks like if they would have never started to short and started to bring this back, you probably had some little bits of selling in there as well. If you didn't have that, it would have probably broke 50. I'm pretty certain it would have. What's up, Matt? Been a while since I watched your stream. Well, thank you for stopping by again. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I know it's been tough because AMC has not been making any moves, so it's really just like the same thing, and really talking about other plays, talking about crypto plays, talking about other stock plays that are out there. There's just a lot of positive news that we're looking for because AMC was just sitting still. So I understand why you weren't here, and maybe you were watching Matt Kors or whoever, it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy to see you here. Anytime you stop by, I appreciate it. Let's see. Chris says, good morning, bud. Hey, Matt. I'm looking into a buy of ICP. Do you think 55 or 60 is a good entry, or you see it going any lower? I haven't looked at ICP this morning. I know that it was down, and I think farm is actually down too. So I really don't have much that's actually up. So let me make sure that a lot of these are gone. Let me go ahead and bring up Coinbase. I have Coinbase Pro and I have Coinbase, but it's easier to look at it on Coinbase. Let's see. No, I'm not going to go to my portfolio. I'm going to go to my portfolio. It doesn't have ICP in it, but we can look it up here. Where is it? Give me 1 second. Let me try and find it. There it is. Internet computer. Currently at 57. And you're asking if 55 is a good buy. Is that what you said? 55 is a good buy. Yeah, I think 55 is a good buy. I think 60 is a good buy. The only thing is right now you're seeing this pull back. You did see it pull back yesterday, and you see it pull back this morning. I think we might actually see sort of the opposite today, because typically after a big negative day, unless you see crypto absolutely tanking, you're not going to see these 2 negative days like in a row. There's times where you will see it, but it's highly unlikely. So I'm believing that we might see these reverse midday after seeing a pretty large decrease. And the thing is, I think 55 is a good buy. I would say don't put everything that you want to put in there, because a lot of times you want to I got drunk watching yesterday's moves. I would say that you probably want to put like maybe like half or a portion in there so that when it does end up coming back, if it does end up coming back, then you can put more in there. So I think 55 is a good buy for the ultimate move of getting to, 200, 300, maybe even 1,000 or so, depending on what the hold time actually is there. But yeah, I would say it's a good buy for the long haul. But if you're looking for the short game, then it's possible that it might come back a little bit more. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking there. Let me actually go here. Let me bring this up. So let me look at some moves here. It sucks that we can't look at this on Webull because Webull has a lot more of moves sitting here. So from August 5th, we did see that increase to about 70, and recently it's been, kind of coming down a bit. And it looks like it's really resisting somewhere around that 60, 66, 67 mark, and actually is coming down. Do I think a lower portion might happen? I think 55 is close to where that resistance point actually is. Support level actually is. So I think that's a good buy. I'll go with that. Good morning, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, we have 91 people in here. Guys, hit the like button if you can. AMC is currently up 4.4%. I was also watching Zomedica yesterday. Zomedica really didn't do much, but GME did. GME hit my cost basis and then came back a little bit. It's at 210 right now, I believe. That's what GME's at. Let me put it in here. Currently up 0.8%, so almost 1%. We're going to 10K today. I don't know about that. Good morning. Let's get this 60. That's what we want to see. Man, we breaking 50. Hopefully if we see another positive day, then I think we'll see that resistance closer to 50 and then possibly break it. They borrowed 600K shares today, thinking we might get a dip today. There's been a lot of times to where they've borrowed, 2 million shares and they haven't done anything with it. So maybe they're gearing up. Maybe they're getting a bunch of shares together so that they can short a hell of a lot, even though they really don't need it, right? Because they're naked shorting and like they're doing everything they can in order to bring this thing down. Yeah, I just think at certain points they can't hold it, and they try every single day to hold it at these levels to shake people out of the positions, and it just doesn't work. We know what we're doing. It ends up creating more holders, more people that are buying and holding. So they can borrow whatever they want. Top of the morning, Matt. What's cracking? I hope all is well with you and the family. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, I couldn't live stream yesterday. If you guys want like a story, even today, I mean, it's a little tough because month end close for us was pretty long this month because we had a bunch of like a new system basically, and multiple new systems, multiple new processes. So month end close extended all the way until like the end of the month, getting a lot of things ready. Typically we'll have everything ready. Was it by like day 8, 7, 8, depending on what day or what month we're looking at and how easy the month is, but typically like day 8. So seeing this go all the way to the end of the month, it just took a lot out of me. But I did get to golf yesterday. So if anybody's interested in seeing like, golf content and all that stuff, I recorded 2 videos, 2 4-hole, I guess call it a match. It was just by myself and, going through my swing. You guys are going to be able to go along the journey of kind of like perfecting my swing. I have a lot of issues that are going on since I took a break. And I'm noticing that recording video, and I'm going to record all the bad shots, the good shots, everything that we do have here. And also the progression of, understanding my distances, understanding how to get more distance, all of that stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm going to be uploading that on the Perry Experience channel. That's going to be more of that vlog style channel, the Perry Experience as a whole. Also, you know, whenever we decide to include podcasts there, I would like to include podcasts. So if you guys are interested in that, go and subscribe to the Perry Experience. I'll have about 5,000 subscribers, and I'm looking to change that up just a little bit. I'm broke, but I bought 3 more yesterday. I got my cost average down to 41. That's amazing. I was busy with Virgin Galactic, made 8K off puts. That's amazing. That's phenomenal. If you can make any money off of anything, if you have a play, then go for it, right? Hey Matt, how's the golf game? Any low scoring? Not really. My scoring has been horrible. I started out yesterday, and you'll see it when I do upload it. Started out, 1 over par after the first hole. Had to rush and everything because there was a group of 6 or 7 that was behind me, and I was like, why are they allowing? It was the worst golf course I've ever played. I played there a year ago, and the fairways were great. Everything was great. Yesterday, the fairways were like rough, and the rough was just like impossible to get out of. So it was like PGA style rough. But yeah, I think my golf game is not where it's at. You'll see the progression. I'm gonna record it on TikTok. I have a golf TikTok, and I also have the Perry Experience where I'm gonna be uploading a lot more. So definitely look forward to that. Let's see, another crazy day for GME, no doubt. Morning, Matt. I missed the early streams. Yeah, I know. I kind of miss it too. I just wish we had more like people here from the beginning. Eventually, we'll get to that point, because if it starts to really break and we see it make a move, that's the time where I'm gonna want to do early streams, because people are interested to know what's happening early in the morning. You know what I mean? Like 10% growth in the morning, 100% growth in the morning, because that's when I believe the squeeze will end up happening. That's when I believe the peak will end up happening. And you'll probably see a lot of people make their moves out towards the peak of that, because if it happens in the after hours market, and we'll talk about this, maybe an exit strategy video, I'll do that, today. It hits the peak in the after hours market, the pre-market is probably going to end up falling back down, or falling down quite a bit. So definitely expect that. And I'll go through, how that plays out, in the past, or how it played out in the past and how it's going to play out in the future. So I will have those early streams. It's just going to get to a point to where once this starts to take off and you actually have the viewership early in the morning, then yes. So it will be there. Stanko tracker symbol removed from the data file. Expectation, no shares left. Gonna be fun open. Hopefully you're right. Oh, let's go back up here. What's up, Matt? Would have hit 200 yesterday if the market didn't close. Yes, it would have hit 200 yesterday. Soon your prediction is going to come true. I'm telling you, one of these days, hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to see that, completely just wreck, everything. And 200 is just going to be amazing. GameStop's going to be, up to 500, 700, whatever it ends up getting to, comparable to AMC getting to 200. I know AMC is sort of playing catch up, but we'll get there. Hey Matt, AMC is going to 50 today. Hopefully that's right. You never really know. You could always see some sort of a reversal, and there's a lot of positivity that we've seen, getting up to 48 yesterday and then decreasing pretty heavily. It just shows that, obviously we had some selling that was going on in that portion, because we had a lot of shares that were going through, but we have more shorts. Most people that are buying AMC are buying to hold. You do have some swing traders and day traders. We understand that, but I don't think anyone could have predicted that we were going to see this jump this fast. I don't think so. It's not in the cards to do something like that. We understand that it's fully possible, and obviously that shows. And we're seeing some positivity in the after hours market and the pre-market, getting up to 47, breaking that level of 47, getting to a higher level of 47 from 40. Where was that at? Sorry, come on. I hate this thing sometimes. There we go. 47.02 to 47.24. So actually breaking that resisting, and looks like it's resisting that level hard. we're already seeing about 1 million shares worth of volume, and it's 7:30. So we might see about 2 million shares worth of volume and see some more FOMO buying that's going on. And we could possibly see a larger kick from this. So there seems to be a bit of talk about do you. I checked it out myself and seems like a good buy. You think yourself? Let's look at it. A lot of talk about do you. Is this it? Do you stock? So currently it's at $3.79. It's down about 2%. It was up 10% yesterday, so that's obviously a good buy for yesterday. I have no idea why this ended up picking up. Let's look at the day volume real quick. Let's look at day by day just to see what happened yesterday. After decreasing, I guess it really fell from 20 all the way down to 2. I'm going to see if it's comparable to any other support level. But yesterday's volume was somewhere around 7.4 million shares. That's not a crazy amount. The day before, 4.5. You're seeing millions of shares that are going through on these days. And looks like it's set up for a reversal, just a bounce off of that 289 mark. Now, what I want to see is I want to see the 5 years and see that breakdown. If you look at history, it's well below where those other levels of support would have been. It broke well below it and didn't only just break below it and hold at, right below some of those low levels or strong levels of support up here at $7. It's all the way down to $2.89. I don't know why we're seeing that level so low. A lot of times when I see levels that low, I would like to look at history and see that it has gotten to, that's a previous support level. So right now I can't tell exactly what this is because this fall from $20 is pretty steep. So yes, it looks like it could be a buy, but definitely this is kind of taking a chance here. So with these, what you want to do is you'll make a move into it, but set a stop loss just in case this does come back and bite you in the butt. It could be to a point to where it goes down to $1, $1.50. Could be a point to where it goes down even lower than that. You never really know because there's nothing down there that tells you any type of information where it's going to have a support level from. So you can make your move, but have a stop loss, have a firm stop loss, because if it goes against you, then you lose $20, $50, whatever, $200 at max. And then you wait for it to get to its lowest point and then you make your investment. I just don't see, I see a sign for a reversal, but we've seen that sign up here, for a bounce, and it didn't hold that bounce. So definitely take everything that you're seeing with a grain of salt. Could be a good position though. At these lows, you can get a lot of shares, and it could be a good position to get up to, hopefully that level of $20. I mean, it's not brand new, but it doesn't have too much history behind it. A lot of negative history though over the past, I don't know, 6 months, a lot of negative history. This could be something that takes off when the AMC takes off, because it looks like a lot of things have moved, in that, January, February timeframe. So definitely keep that in your mind, is that this has taken off in January, February, but has fell quite a bit based on I don't know what. So let's look at GME here. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. We got 250 people here. Thank you for the super chat here. Ortex tweeted short squeeze trading signal triggered on AMC, recommended. Holding time is 2 days. Just some FYI if you haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I haven't even taken a look at Ortex. Interesting. I think this is a lot. Obviously, people think it's a lot bigger than just a standard short squeeze. We're seeing the mother of all short squeezes here. And I don't mean to neglect GME at all and say that GME is not a short squeeze. I think it is. I don't think it will be as big as AMC is going to be. With all of the, I guess positivity that we have, negativity that they're really trying to push, all of the naked shorts that's going on, all of the manipulation that's going on, which you do have naked shorts and manipulation that's going on in GME. It's just not as high. You would expect it to be a little bit higher compared to the amount of, outstanding shares. And you never know what you're not seeing, right? What you don't see is all of the naked shorts that are going on, what the full percentage of shorts that are out there compared to shares. You may see 100%. You might see 200%, 300%. You never really know exactly what the total amount of, shorts out there is, especially with the manipulation. So I'll check it out in a little bit. I haven't brought up Vortex yet. Skipping a lot. I've golfed twice this year. Both times it was 107 degrees and humid. I'm done golfing till the end of September. Yeah, yesterday was really good. It was a good swing trade today. I haven't actually looked at a good swing trade, and a lot of times a swing trade will play out for multiple. It could play out for multiple days. Could play out for 2 days, right? You could see a lot of things that have and will make a move. I haven't really looked into anything today. Let's see. Let's look on the most popular list. Let's see if we can find something as we go along. I am so happy that DraftKings is finally playing out the way that I believed it to play out. I knew that this bounce was coming along. I thought we would see a bounce somewhere around 56, but it looks like we did see this bounce here, and we're starting on that way up. Not saying that this is where we need to get in. This break was definitely solid. Seeing that break of 55 or 56, sorry, was amazing. And I talked about this yesterday, how DraftKings is looking good for me. The reason being is because, one, you did see this bounce off of a low of 42. I got in previously at 50, I think it was 54, 55 or something, and then ended up selling just above that for a slight gain, even though I was waiting for a larger jump. It was just everything really didn't really show me positivity there. So getting back up to 55, 56, I felt like we were going to see a pullback, and we did see that all the way back down to 42, to where I lost sight of it because I was playing crypto plays. But this is, I don't even think it's halfway to its potential. It's just, I thought maybe we would see a resistance somewhere around that 56. So the fact that it broke that 56 is showing me some positive moves. And I understand we're looking at the week here. So breaking past that 56 was really, really good. So I think we're close to finding a test at 62, finding a test at 64. I think DraftKings is still a great play. I think a good swing trade. Let's look at, I know Roblox has been making weird moves. And the thing about Roblox, right, I was surprised that they hit 103, dropping down to a level of 70. I believe that in the beginning, we were seeing some great swing trading movement here, getting down to, or getting up to 83, getting back down to 60, getting up to 70, finding, dollar gains, $10 gains, $20 gains, things like that. But now we're starting to reach, I guess, some of these support levels. So I would say if you're looking for a swing trade, not only just looking at positivity, looking at buying plays, you might want to look at some shorting plays as well. So if you wanted to, short Roblox, not right now, I would wait until it gets up to one of these highs. If it can break 100, or if it can get up to 90 plus, right, and break, 100, that would be amazing. Then you can start to see that shorting play, because it's kind of halfway to that point when you look at a swing trade there. But there's a lot of plays out there. I just haven't had a chance to look at them. AMC is decreasing right now. It's at 2.7%, almost 2.8% up. So you're seeing this fall here. You're seeing probably some more manipulation that's going on. This is where we're in, this gray area right here, not this area over here. This area that we're in right here is hedgy land, right? Breaking past a level of support pretty easily, and finding a way to fall down. Let's see if we could see a bounce off of this level of 45, or even higher. We would like to see this level up here, and it looks like that's the case. Let's see if we could see that bounce off of 45-ish. What's up, Matt? What's up, Matt? Do a backflip. No, I haven't done a backflip in, I don't even know, so long. I probably couldn't do it. What are your thoughts on AMP crypto? So yesterday I was thinking about, actually today too, I was thinking about buying more. So I wanted to buy about $1,000 worth of AMP. Do I believe it's going to get to a level of $1? I don't. I think it's going to get to a level of somewhere in between 35 cents and 45 cents. I don't even think it'll get to 50. The reason being is because the total amount of supply out there is pretty high. It's somewhere around that 100 billion, which is not crazy. You see Dogecoin that's making a move there, but Dogecoin has a lot more popularity than AMP does. Right now you're seeing a supply around 45 billion. And if we see that total supply get added to it, which I believe is 95 billion, that brings it close to 100 billion, which means that $1 would equal $95 billion market cap. And that's definitely a tall task, is getting to $100 billion market cap for any crypto. Eventually we'll see that as the norm, but right now it looks like the norm, or the average is around 6 to 10 billion. That's what we're looking at. So when we look at that average, that brings it up to a level of like 10 or 15 cents. But we can see a little bit more on something that's a little bit more popular. AMP is something that is popular, that's heavily held there on Coinbase. So I'm looking to buy more, probably to buy 5,000 more coins, 10,000 more coins, depending on what it is. I do see Anchor as a huge play, but that's a whole nother story. You asked about AMP. And that's my thoughts, is AMP is good. I just want to see, I always like to look at just the potential, and the potential is telling me, when you look at something like this, right now it's at 6 cents, right? But the typical hold time is 33 days, not bad. Popularity is 28, not bad. But the total supply, looking at 42 billion supply, circulating supply, that's 46% of the total supply. So you definitely see once they add some more supply to the circulating supply here, you're going to see this jump. So average, you're looking at a little bit lower than average market cap, 2.6 billion. You could probably see somewhere around 6 to 10 billion on something that is popular. So we could see some pretty decent movement, and you could see things double. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some things that can double, triple, quadruple, have a chance to get to those points. So that's why I plan on adding more. And I want to add maybe $1,000, or maybe just looking at a certain amount of coins, because right now I have 5,500 coins, and I don't think it's going to get to levels that are absolutely crazy. That's what I'm looking at there. But AMP right now at 6 cents. Just a week ago it was at 8 cents. So you were seeing a little bit of an increase, but I only have like $300 invested into it. It's not crazy. Matt, can you check out Sprint? I think it's going to make big moves this morning. I did see that in the Discord group. I think Lance actually brought that up in the Discord group. So I didn't get a chance to check it out when I did see it, just to see what type of move this is making. Today it's up 15%. Yesterday it was up 4%. Let's see what's happening in the pre-market. The after hours market has taken off. So this was a large increase that we did see, from opening up yesterday at $11, getting all the way up to a high of $14.72 is huge. But then seeing that collapse, right? That just is not good, right? You did see maybe it's a little bit of a pump, and dumping it down after some FOMO buying, after hitting a resistance or a support level. I feel like these plays really don't add up to me. If something's going to increase that rapidly, why would you see a large decrease that's just as rapid? Literally, it opened up at 11.11 and closed at 11.67 after hitting a high of 14.72. That really doesn't add up to me. Yes, you are seeing more of an increase back up to 14 or closer to 14. But it looks like that's a point to where they're going to, pull that back yet again. This could be a case of a ton of FOMO buying that's going on, but you could see that the volume was very spotty somewhere around here. And now you're looking at a large increase here, which could be more people that are looking to increase that to some extent. I would say that, yes, you can see this run, but it's very, very risky when you do open up. Because it could open up and continue to run. And that's amazing. I would love to see that. That's where you start to play these plays, but you have to be very disciplined. If you are going to play these plays to where they are a chase, this is a clear chase right now. If you're going to play a play where it is a chase, you get into it, have your stop loss set. If you hit your stop loss, get out, because it can be very bad for your account. But if it continues to run, accept any gain that you feel as though you want to accept. If you want a $2 gain, then accept that $2 gain. Don't go for anything more and don't be super greedy. Now, you can get to a point to where you let it run and maybe you adjust that stop loss or you adjust that portion of where you're going to sell. But you have to be disciplined. And if it comes back and hits your level and, you just get sold out. So let's say you wanted to gain $2. It goes up to $16 and it passes $16. Now you have your level of selling at $16. It goes up to $17. Well, maybe your level went up to $16.50. But if it does come back to $16.50, you don't hold out for this to run some more. You get out of it. It doesn't matter if it's going to run and it ends up running to crazy numbers. You made the money that you wanted to make. Don't be greedy, because this can go back or fall on you just as fast as this has increased on you. So that's the way I would play that. I think it's a solid way to play it, but you just have to be disciplined. When you're chasing a position, you have to be disciplined. I don't ever recommend that people chase it, because people are not disciplined, no matter how much you say you are. I've been in that case to where I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I've seen it. I've seen things run from 15 to 30 and I was able to double my money. Well, relax. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes it happens because of the fact that you did sell. People see a little bit of a pullback and they want to get into it on a low note, and then they see that run. So it probably happened because you sold your 2,000 shares rather than, you seeing it continue to run and then someone else selling 10,000 shares, right? So Matt, can you, I just read that. What's your take on ADA? I'm excited for smart contracts, but I hear there's no cap on the coin. Does that affect how high the price can go? Yes, it does affect how high the price can go. However, I do believe that Coinbase, let me bring up coin market cap. Sorry, I said Coinbase. I do believe that, that's not it. I do believe that Cardano is one of those coins that can stand on that level of Ethereum, and Bitcoin actually has something that's smart about it. You see what I did there? As you look into coin market cap, right? This is the third on the list when it comes to market cap size. Ethereum is second on that list. Bitcoin, they always talk about the flipping happening, right? Ethereum getting over that level of where Bitcoin actually is, right? Now, if it does, right, it doesn't take too much to get over that level, right? It can get to $10,000 and it can be close to breaking that level. I believe it will be very, very close to breaking that level, if not breaking it. But Bitcoin is at like 47K because it has less of a supply, right? The supply for Ethereum is 117 million, but I believe the supply for Ethereum is also doesn't have a max supply. Right, you have a total supply, it doesn't have a max supply. They add on supply every single year, so it doesn't have a max supply, which essentially hurts it. But when we look at Cardano, right, Cardano, let's actually go back down here. Cardano has more of a supply, right? It has a max supply here of 45 billion. So I don't know who told you that it doesn't have a max supply. For some reason, I took your word for it, but it does have a max supply of 45 billion. Currently where it's at, it's at 32 billion. So it's going to stop at one point and we'll see it grow and you'll see the dilution stop. But I believe that Cardano can get to levels of Ethereum, probably past that, because of the fact that people do believe in this a lot more. It has that capability of getting to that Ethereum and Bitcoin like level because of the popularity. And it doesn't take too much to actually get to that point. And with the fact that they're name dropping this in the same areas that they mention Bitcoin, they mention, everything that you can really pay with. They mention Dogecoin, Cardano, comes up as well. Like Cardano is going to be huge. I think that this could possibly get to a level of, 20, 30, I would say $20 or $30 of a max. I mean, people say that this can get to 100. If it gets to $100, that just it gives you a pretty high market cap. So let me look at, and I'm not saying it's impossible. Let me go ahead and bring up Excel and bring up my Doge list here. And what I have here is I have Cardano here. Now, Cardano, with the supply that we have here, we know that the max supply is, I don't know why I have this in dollars. The max supply is 45 billion as we look into this. And what we have here is, let me just look at the current supply and just multiply it by certain levels. So if we look at it at $20, that's giving us a $639 billion market cap. That means that that's over the level of Ethereum, closer to the level of Bitcoin. And it's definitely possible to get to that point, depending on popularity, depending on the amount of people that are holding the position, that stake the position. And I think it's something that, could actually happen. But do I believe that it will get to $100? Just look at this, and $100 equals a $3.1 trillion market cap. So do I believe it can get to $100? I think it's possible, but I think it's less than a 1% chance that actually happens. And that it holds above $100. Eventually, you're going to be able to trade, staked Cardano. I believe they said they're going to allow you to trade staked Ethereum as well. But I think that this will be a level that gets up to the level of Ethereum or Bitcoin, but not so far past it, like some people are thinking, getting to $100 or getting to $1,000. You're not factoring in market cap. Some people said, hey, this is getting to $1,000. It's a $31.9 trillion market cap. You really think that's possible? That's literally less than a percentage, way less than a percentage of that getting to, $31.9 trillion market cap. So I think we should kind of start to set our goal for something shorter, $10, $15, $20, $30. I believe that's a case where we can see it, because that's about a $1 trillion market cap, which, if you're at the top of the list, if you see any type of flippening that's happening, if Ethereum takes over, then anything could happen. I think that's the case. So thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. But that's my breakdown a little bit of Cardano. So right now we're looking at AMC is at 2%. It is starting to really come back, and just a little bit, seeing that bounce off of 45. So hopefully we can see that continue on that way up. And it doesn't resist at this point, which is looking like it did pull back, and now starting to create another red candlestick there as we zoom in here. But yeah, guys, we have 372 people in here, guys. Hit the like button if you can. Get me over 200 likes. That will be amazing. They shorted at 14 and 70 again, 3%. Want to let everyone know that Sprint is a squeeze play. Big news, 74% short interest, very small float. 26 million, and it's 250%. All right. So I want to let people know about squeeze plays. Understand that just because it has high short interest does not mean that it's a squeeze play. Potential squeeze play, yes, but I wouldn't throw that out there for a squeeze play until we know the amount of people that are holding it. The amount of people that are holding it is a big portion of a squeeze. If we do not have a solid foundation of people holding it, it will not squeeze. All you will see is people get into it, take their interest away from something else, i.e. AMC or GME or any other crypto play, whatever you're playing, and then you'll end up going into this position to fail. So you've seen how fast that did end up coming back, not just because they're shorting it. It's because, they can manipulate that as fast as possible because there's not as many people, holding the position. So just keep that in your mind whenever you see a lot of these squeeze plays. Trying to tell them that that don't pay attention. Who? Yo, bro, I've been off the grid just holding and waiting. So have I. I haven't been off the grid, but I've just been holding and waiting. That's all that we've been doing. And that's why it hasn't really been as, let's call it jumping when it comes to the streams. The stream is actually doing pretty good today. So thank you guys for being here, for being a part of this. Noel, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. The $20 super sticker, that means a lot. It means the world to me. You guys are showing your support this morning. I can't be the only one that thinks buying crypto is confusing. It's a little confusing. I try to make it as simple as possible and for you to focus on one area, and then you can look at some other things you want to look at. So a lot of people will invest in cryptocurrency for the use case. And oh, that was a lot of movement. Is it 8? Oh yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Okay. I was gonna say, what the hell is going on here? I've seen 409,000 shares go through for AMC. So we're probably sitting over 2 million as of right now when it comes to the total volume. This is just Webull volumes. We're looking at 1 million in Webull. We're looking at probably 2 million in total. But yeah, a lot of people think that crypto is confusing. And I think that you try and focus on certain areas. Understand that people will look at it for the use case. And it's not only about the use case. There's a select few that actually have a solid use case behind it before you get into, different positions that just have potential, and looking at the supply, looking at the popularity, looking at the people that are getting into it. A lot of this stuff is the same way you look at it as a stock market, except it's 24/7. It's based on buyers and sellers, right? People are buying that position. It's very popular. Probably get into that position. People are selling that position. It's very popular. Probably find a way to get into that position. The popularity is key when it comes to crypto. So the key things you want to focus on is, right, you want to look at the supply. Let's actually go into really quick. Key things you want to look at is the circulating supply. Make sure it's lowish to factor in the market cap. The market cap calculation is the circulating supply multiplied by the price. So that's what you end up getting. So say if ADA gets to $1, right? If this is at $1, then it will be a $32 billion market cap. So you always want to factor that in, right? So you're looking at the circulating supply, you're looking at the max supply, you're also looking at the volume, and a lot of the things that they are showing you here. It's very simple to look at. And then you also want to look at the potential and where it was previously. We understand that you might have had different circulating supply at that point, but look at a lot of things and where it was previously before you get into a position. Understand the potential if it is at its lowest point or close to its lowest point. At this point, Cardano is looking like, it's close to its highest point, right? So we're waiting for that to make some decent moves. But crypto is sort of confusing. Simplify it for yourself. What about XRP? I'm heavy in ADA and XRP. I like ADA. XRP is good to probably double, but that's pretty much it. The reason why is because, let me actually go over here. The reason why is because XRP has a higher supply as well. And I don't think it's as popular as some other positions that are out there. Yes, I think it'll double or triple at these prices, because it's sitting at $1.15. I think it could double or triple, sitting at $1.15, you could see that jump to $3, which would be sort of, tripling, right? Max supply is 100 billion coins. That means that this or actually implementing all of that or adding all of that supply in there would mean that $1 equals $100 billion dollar market cap. Currently, it's sitting at a $53 billion market cap, which is still pretty high. So getting to 100 billion is definitely a milestone. I say it can get there, but there will be a lot of dilution that goes into it. So keep that in mind. But either way, like I said, short term, you can get to doubling, tripling with a lot of popularity, and then they add on the supply, it dilutes the price. So high 3-month anniversary as a member today. Well, thank you. That means the world to me to be a member for 3 months, to be a part of this community for 3 months now. That is awesome. I want to throw a shout out to everybody that is a member. I mean, you guys have been with me for a while. I mean, even the people that haven't been showing up to the stream, I appreciate you guys being a member and being a part of the community. Eventually, I felt like you would come back and visit us. And thank you. Whether you're visiting this channel, any other channels that we have here, I appreciate you. To celebrate, I'm gonna buy AMC today. Vortex, please. Let's look at Vortex. Vortex. Why is this popping up different? All right, so right now, Vortex, the way it's looking, we're seeing 86 million shares that are out there. So this has decreased. The estimated short interest has decreased. Shares on loan is still at 105. So obviously there's still a bunch of shares that are on loan. Utilization is over 90. And you're looking at the short interest around 17%. So both of these have decreased. Remember, this is estimated, and a lot of these shares that they're borrowing / returning doesn't mean that, they're not shorting more. They may have a lot of shares to borrow and they may end up shorting a ton. So what we see on something like Fintel will give us an idea of if they still are shorting. I want to know, let's actually go back here. Let's see if they are shorting AMC still. And this is just going to be FINRA volume. So we can look at this and say that this is the FINRA short volume that we did see yesterday go through. 67 million shares of short volume that has gone through out of the 130 million FINRA volume. Now we know it was over 200 million, so you're obviously including other volume in there. I can't look at the CBOE volume. I can't look at the PSX. I haven't seen that. That's new to me, short volume. But you see all the types of short volume there, and the combined total volume that hasn't come up because I did pay for this, but it just didn't add up to me. But right now, like I said, FINRA volume 67 million shares out of the 130 million shares of FINRA volume. That's 51% that they still ended up shorting. So they're still shorting the hell out of this thing after they, cover some, after we, create a lot of FOMO buying that's going on. Understand that it is not over just because we see this adjusted in a negative way when it comes to us. But, shares on loan stays at 105, right? Or actually increases. So it's absolutely crazy. Have you heard ATOM, and if so, what do you think? So I actually heard or I hold ATOM. I don't even know where I'm going here. Going here. I heard of ATOM and I hold ATOM. So the reason why I'm holding it, right, is for the interest, to build the interest. Right now, I don't know how this is added up, but I earned 70 cents worth of interest in the last couple of days. But yes, I hold Cosmos, I hold Algo, I hold XTZ. So I'm holding these with an average interest, or I guess average interest across assets is around 4.51%. So yeah, I've heard of it, and my position in it, I believe it's a good position. For the growth, obviously, if I'm going to make some moves in there more, I'm going to need to factor in the growth. I think it has come back a little bit Let's look at this. Yeah, it has come back a little bit from when I invested into it. I invested in at like 22 or something, and now it's down to 19. Has went down to 18, high 18s. So I will definitely look to make more moves into this position and hold on to it. The average or typical hold time is 37 days. I'm going to hold on to this for a long, long time and look for other positions that can gain me interest. I'm more on the interest earning side of it than just the growth side of it. However, I still am a part of the growth side of it. If I can see this get back to other levels of like, let's go back on this mouse. Let's go back levels of a month. If I can see this get back to levels of $10, $11, $12, whatever it is at, yeah, I'm for it. So yes, I have heard of it and I'm in it. I have about $1,000 worth. Yeah, $959 set in Coinbase. Good to see you back. Can you please share your view and price prediction, non-financial advice about TRX and Shiba? So Shiba or Shiba Inu, I don't really have a true price prediction for Shiba Inu. I hold it. I don't know what the burn, if there's going to be a burn rate. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a burn rate, but I would say Shiba is something that I do. All right, I don't really have a strong like feeling on. I don't really feel like it's going to like skyrocket out of nowhere. I'm going to hold on to the 4 million coins that I have in Bitmart because I can't transfer them out anyways because Bitmart's stupid. But yeah, I like Shiba to an extent. I think if you're looking for it to get to 1 penny, you need a lot to burn off for that to happen. Same thing with SafeMoon. But when it comes to TRX, I haven't looked into that in a while. Yeah, when it comes to Tron, this has more of an ability to get to other levels because it's less of a supply. It doesn't have a max supply, but you can definitely see this double. I would say you hope for this to make a positive move, just doubling. I don't know if I'm able to get this. You can't get this on Coinbase, but you can get it on Gate.io and a lot of other positions. So if you're looking for something to double or triple, this could be it. But I don't expect anything more than that. It's already at the average market cap at 8 cents. So yeah. Yeah, trillions of coins is a lot. It's just so much. I have Shiba, but trillions of coins is just too much. What's everyone using to stay crypto? I mean, I guess Coinbase. Good morning, Matt. What's your thoughts on GME highest peak price? GME highest peak price. I think we're going to see both of them have a floor of about $1,000. I think AMC will go higher. Will have that ability to get to 5 to 50. I know 100K is something that people like to hear about, but 5 to 50 is something that, depending on what people do for AMC, could be a thing. Somewhere in between 2,000 to maybe 2,000, maybe to 3,000, probably for GME at a high level for me at least. That's what I'm believing in. It's just I don't see it as a larger squeeze than what AMC can get to. Now, GME can get to higher numbers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's physically impossible for it to get to the same levels that AMC is getting at, especially with lower, shares that are out there. So with the lower shares that you do have and the more people that are holding, you could see this increase a lot more. There's more likely that a lot of people are holding GME shares than they are, holding AMC shares. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that, I don't know how to explain this because AMC obviously has more shares, so more people can hold them, right? But GME has more power within those shares. So 1 share of GME is like having 5 shares of AMC, right? So GME has more power than, GME has more power than AMC. So I think they can both go to crazy levels, but I always look for conservative levels. And I think a lot of these levels will make people way more than wealthy. And I'm not going to sit here and throw out crazy numbers, and say that this is going to, like, GME is going to get to 500K and AMC is going to get to 500K. Both of them are going to get to $1 million a share. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just trying to find the most realistic floor and also midpoint that we could see. Thank you for letting me know. The sun. Thank you for saying that. Green screen is making a mark on your chart. Yeah, it's the sun that's coming in. Thank you for saying that. Rudy loves. So you took profit during the ride. That's okay. I did too. Yeah, it's great to be able to. Right, people know my slogan, right? Profit hands all day, right? The reason being is because people will ride things out until they get to a level where it comes completely back on them, right? Accept what you feel is going to be good, and this is why I always tell people it's great to take out a portion. For me, people keep on telling me, hey, you can always, buy more. And yes, I know I could always buy more, but that would defeat the purpose of pulling out my initial investment at a certain point. I believe that what I'm holding now, I physically don't care what happens to it, right? If it goes to $1, I still made money on it, right? Well, obviously I added more to it. So I didn't take out my full initial investment. Now it looks like I only have about $10,000 that I took out. I invested $6,000 or $16,000. So $6,000 is still sitting there. So if this goes to $6, right, or it goes to $10, back down to $10, right? Now I know that no matter what, I made profit off of it, right? But either way, I have some sitting aside that I know I'm basically sitting on all gravy here. So if this goes to a level of, $1,000, right, I know that I'm gaining a lot, and all of this is nothing but profit. You know what I mean? Do you think Farm is due for a reversal? I haven't actually looked at Farm. I know Farm was coming back for a while, and I just haven't seen if it made a move. Let's go back to Farm and let's see. We're going to see that jump. So Farm is currently at 220. Has went down to 215, which I didn't see. That was at 230 yesterday. I didn't see that at all. It is down to 224 now, and it's currently fluctuating. Typical hold time is still 4 days. Once we see this start to really rise, then we're going to see the price rise as well. The typical hold time is going to be really good. Now, circulating supply is also increasing. I believe that was down to like 609 or 611, and they added on about 2,000 coins, which does factor into the price. So I think that you're still going to see dilution of that stock price. Look at the market cap. We're still only sitting at a market cap of 137 million. We have so much room to grow for FarmCoin. If you look at where the average market cap will be in people that are holding positions right now, it's 82, most popular on Coinbase. It has decreased because it was 70 something, 79, 78. Once we start seeing this take off a little bit more, with popularity, we're going to see this market cap increase, the price increase, the typical hold time increase. And people are looking for this as more of just like a quick, like, cash grab, right? It gets up to 263, falls down pretty quickly because people end up selling off of that jump from 115 up to 263, right? They're going to sell, right? Now, I do see a reversal coming soon, and this is like sort of the lowest portion that you're going to get to, from 150 to 200. Those are the areas that you really want to make your moves, because you can buy 5 coins easily. Now, I would love to get in this somewhere around less than $100. That would be phenomenal, because then I could buy 10 coins at a time when I buy $1,000 worth. But I wasn't sure if it was going to come back to that point. I would love to see it at that point, but you never really know. Right now, it's gaining a lot of popularity. So, like I said, if you look at the average market cap, when you break this down, let's go down here to FarmCoin. We understand the average market cap is around 6 million. or sorry, 6 billion, right? 6 to 10 billion. When it's at 6 to 10 billion, that's $10,000 per coin. That's huge, right? I'm all for that getting to $10,000. I believe this can get to even higher levels. If it's at the level of, say, where Cardano is, that's $100,000 per coin. Now, this is all based on potential. Currently, it's at 220. Right, 221, 224. You can see that my supply here is not the same as the supply that they had there. The supply that they had there was I don't even know what it was. 113. Was it? Or sorry, not 113. 613. Let's go with 613. I'm gonna go with 614. That's what I'll add to my chart. 614. We'll go with that, and we'll copy that down. Well, that's what it is now. So 614, we're looking at 137 million dollar market cap. Wait till that gets to the billions, and you're going to see higher and higher prices. So I'm looking to hold 50, and if I can hold 50, that'll be a pretty decent price. I would love to hold 100. 100 flat would be phenomenal. So if this can get to $100 price point, I will hold farm for a long time until this ends up, making a huge move. Thank you for the super chat, Dustin. It's about a corrupt system that shorts are using to attack both GME and AMC. He goes into detail on how big this is, how deep it goes. I'll have to look into it. LWAC went nuts. I hope you wrote it up. I keep saying I'm not going to buy more, but the addiction is real. I hear you. I finally deposited $100 into Coinbase and bought some ADA and algo. I'm pretty much a crypto expert now. That's how everybody feels. I don't think anybody is really a crypto expert. Even the people that claim that they're crypto experts, everybody has their own strategy. Everybody really has their own strategy, and it's amazing to see, you get into these positions and how excited people are. This is where you start to see the same excitement when people gamble. People are gambling with money and they're throwing away that money in like actual casinos. But I always like to, if somebody's into gambling and they don't invest into the stock market, I talk to them about it. I'm like, look, just put money into a certain position and then watch it grow. You watch it grow, and it's like gambling, but instead of losing all of it, you have a potential chance to gain 100, 200%, or lose 10% or 20%. You're not losing 100% by putting it on a blackjack table. You're actually investing into it so that it can grow a lot more. And it's not just like double or nothing or whatever. You're looking at this in a different light. And then people that are never into investing, they start to get into investing and they're like, this is amazing. I'm growing my money is making money for me, and I'm not losing money. The money that I had in the bank account is now sitting in an investment account, and I'm gaining 10%, instead of gaining 0.002% in a bank account or whatever. I started on stocks last year with $500, and now I'm up to 15,000. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. If people get those type of gains, or even close to those type of gains, where it's like I invested with 500 and now I turn that $500 into $5,000, people would be like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this. Even though it's not a given that you're going to do that, you're going to start to learn a lot more, right? Crypto gurus being like, buy my $20 course and I will make you $1 million per day. That's pretty much what they do. I don't have any. I don't have any courses. I would actually love to have some sort of a course. I just don't have time to build something that I truly believe is the right thing to look at. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to break down everything, but also break it down in a simple way. So I would take it and redo it, restructure it. It would take too much time. Eventually, I'll get to that point to where I build something, but I don't have anything. I don't have a. Carl, stop. I don't even know what I was saying. No, Carl. Get away from the trash. What is considered a pattern day trader, and how do I avoid it? So if you trade, so if I go to my account here, let me actually go back because I don't even know I got it right. If I go to my account here, right, you're going to see here that down here, you're going to see unlimited trades. Typically you'll see like numbers here, and it'll say one day that you have 3 trades available, 2 trades, 1 trade, whatever, because you made a certain amount of day trades in a day, right? And for me, I have unlimited because I hold over 25,000 in my account. Now, typically, Carl, come on now. No, get out of here. Go. Jesus, man. Typically you have, what was I saying? You have 25,000 in your account. You avoid that pattern day trader rule. So if you're trading more than 3 times in a 5-day period, like day trading, to where you buy something and sell something in the same day, if you do those day trades more than 3 times, if you do it 4 times, you're listed as a pattern day trader if you don't have more than 25,000 in your account. But if you do have 25,000 in your account, you're good. I typically will say, make sure that you have a margin account if you're going to day trade, so that you can trade with unsettled funds as well. But yeah, that's basically the point to it, is that you're flagged as a pattern day trader. You can see here, you're flagged as a pattern day trader because you have executed 4 or more day trades within 5 business days. So, and it's not just like 5 days in that week, like Monday through Friday. It's consecutive 5 days. So if you day trade 3 times on Friday, it will roll into the next 5 days. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, if you make 3 day trades, you're fine. But if you make 4 day trades, then you get listed as a pattern day trader. See, I've heard that it only applies to margin accounts, but I haven't seen that, because I've had a cash account and I've been listed as a pattern day trader on Fidelity. So I can't say that that's true. I've heard that and I've seen that in multiple cases, but I've never had that like apply to me, that it only applies to margin accounts, because I had a cash account. I was labeled as a pattern day trader, so it didn't apply to me there. And I was also listed as a pattern day trader when I had 25K in my account. I made 4 trades, but I had more than 25K in my account. It decreased to 24K, and then I was listed as a pattern day trader, even though I made those trades while I was over 25K. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that I made those trades and reverted back to under 25K also listed me as a pattern day trader. So keep in mind, you probably want to have somewhere between 30 and 35,000 in your account, so that if you end up losing money consistently, then you don't go lower than that 25K mark. So that's another point. You can day trade as much as you want with a cash account, as long as the money is settled. If you try to trade unsettled funds, you will get a pattern day trader violation. Yeah, see, that's an issue there, because then funds don't settle for like 5 days sometimes. So you end up using all your account and you'll get listed as a pattern day trader. So that might be the issue that I had, is trading with unsettled funds. Here I trade with unsettled funds, but it's because I have a margin account that will actually let me continue to trade with that money and actually have that available. So that might be the issue. I think you're right. I think you're right. Let me go back to AMC, see where we're at. So AMC is currently at $45.50, which is amazing to say, because we're over 40, and we have tested 47 multiple times this morning. Not just tested it, but got up to 47, has decreased pretty heavily, and now we're looking at some positive movement if we're looking at this ascending levels of support here, and seeing this channel on the way up. It's a very shallow channel. But you know, it's still a channel. It's still an upward moving channel. GME is currently down 2%. It was up 27%, moved quite a bit yesterday. I loved seeing that movement, and now it's at like 200, 206, $206.50. Let's see. TD Ameritrade has let you do unlimited trades with unsettled funds on a cash account under 25K. Don't really use them since I'm over 25K on Webull. Yeah, I've that sounds like a dream, but also unbelievable at the same time. But I do believe it. I just know that most brokerage accounts will not let you do that, from what I understand. No problem with cash account on. Wait, no problems with the cash account on Webull. Just have to settle cash. Yeah, see, I think that's the issue. Does 25K have to be in cash or available balance overall with stocks? It's everything. So it could be if you're holding 25K worth of stocks right now and you decide you want to trade with $500 back and forth and left and right and everywhere, you can keep trading with that as long as you don't go below that 25K. So yeah, it's everything. It's cash plus investments. Matt, quick question. When it comes to your crypto investments, are you pumping in new money, or are you selling previous positions and using that money to move into other positions? So I'm doing a little of both. I have done that with some positions to where I sell little bits and pieces, and I plan on doing that with something like Compound. Compound, I hold 2, and I'm looking for that to get to about $900, to where it will resist from 900 or 800, close to that. And once I do pull one of those out of Compound, I'm going to put it back in either lower or put it in a different position. So yes, I'm doing that portion of it, but I'm also pumping in new money. So I took money that was out of Webull, out of my Dogecoin that was in Webull, and put that into Coinbase Pro. And obviously I still want to put more money into Dogecoin, and I'm going to pump in new money soon because I have about $6,000 sitting in my bank account, not doing anything, and I don't want to have money not doing anything. So I have money there that I'm going to put more money into Coinbase, but I'm doing both. It's a little of both. I would say that total over my account, because I have just recently, I've been making a lot of moves in crypto, but I've also been gaining a lot of money as well. I would say total, I've gained about $6,000 worth. But I've invested quite a bit because I have about 21,000 in crypto. So I would say I invested somewhere around that $14 or $15,000 mark. You will typically get a warning that says you purchase this stock in unsettled funds. If you attempt to sell this stock before the money is settled, you will be subject to PTD violation. Yes, you're right. GME is a buy every day, in my opinion. All right, I agree with you. At $206, I think it is. I hold it at $220. So at $100, I think it was $150 or $140 or something. That would have been amazing as well. TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab. Let me get through with a few extra trades. You're shifting me a few days after the extra trades were made. It's not automatic like Robinhood. Thoughts on Mask crypto? I did have a discussion on Mask. I think it was yesterday. It might have been yesterday. Mask crypto is currently at, what is that? 16 million, total of 100 million. That gives it a full capability of going a lot higher from where it's at. It's currently at $14.16. You do have a lot of supply left. This is only 17% of the supply, so that can dilute the position. But if it gains enough popularity, right now, I don't think you can buy, or you can buy it on Coinbase. So it's not going to have that Coinbase aspect to it that will pump it up. So I have to check how popular it is on Coinbase. I did look at this yesterday. I kind of remember it, but it has had a recent increase up to $14 from $6 down here. So seeing that movement is definitely really good. I don't know if it's new on Coinbase or whatever. What was the deal with this pump? But it looks really good. I would say it's starting to get to some of these higher highs here of about, I guess, $15 or $16 or so, and currently it's at $14. So do I think that this can make a move? Yes, clearly it can make a move. $14. And what is the total history? And hopefully this does tell me the total history here. So February 2021 is where you did see it introduced. I don't know if that's the date to when it was released, but it was introduced, I guess, on Coin Market Cap there. But you have seen it drop down to $8, actually increase back up to 24, and that's basically what you're seeing here, going down from $3 up to $6, all the way up to $7, up to 14, and it's not going to stop there. Just know that it can be diluted as you start to see, them add more supply onto it. And I don't know how they're adding the supply onto it, but you can see it. So let me go over to here to look up Mask, because here it is. See the popularity. Right now the popularity is 70th. So it's on the list, but it's 70th. It looks like the typical hold time is still low. If the hold time goes up, you could see a lot more. The current market cap at this rate is only 247 million, so it definitely has room to grow. So doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. I just think it might be a little bit of a high price. I think you can see a double, triple, and make those moves, but especially with a lot of volume that has gone in the last 24 hours. So do with it what you will. Bro, you Dominican? No, I'm not. We went to DR for our honeymoon, and that's literally all the questions that I got. And they were all in Spanish. Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, I guess I do look Dominican, but I don't know. I don't take offense to anything. It was just everybody was just like, just expected that I was Dominican, but I wasn't. My bank is merging, and I can't link my Webull account to transfer funds. Yeah, I hate bringing new funds over to Webull. Putting new money into Webull sucks. Ooh, because one, it's not instant. Putting new money into Fidelity, you can get it the next day. Putting money into Webull is like you have to wait 5 days or something in order to get that money cleared. And it's ridiculous. Yes, you can have instant deposits or whatever. I have yet to see my money go over in instant fashion. But Coinbase, Fidelity, both of those go over and they get cleared within like 1 day. Coinbase is like instant. You buy the position right out of your bank account. But yeah. Hey man, I hope you decide to buy some Mask a couple of days ago. It is at 14 right now. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good, especially where the market cap actually is at a low point. If that gets up to a level of average market cap, then it gets to a way higher price, and you see some good movement there. If crypto is ever going to get universally accepted as a legitimate currency, don't you think there should be a few of them? No. The thing is that I guess yes. There's a few that actually have solid use cases to them. Don't get me wrong. Like I agree with you. There should be only a few of them, but there is only a few of them that actually make sense. And there's suddenly ones that come up with newly implemented processes and that make a lot of sense, right? So you can look at something like Bitcoin and say Bitcoin's definitely like that coin that you would believe has a solid use case to it. Ethereum does as well. XRP you can make an argument for. Dogecoin you can make an argument for. Things that comes across as a real currency. It looks like AMC's starting to pick up here. Things that come across as a real currency more likely have more coins to them, and it has its own like inflation in it. So something like a Dogecoin that has 100+ billion coins that has its own inflation built in to add on 5.2 billion coins, right? Now that could be something where it averages out to like 2% of what it actually is. Right now, I think it's around like 5%, right? 4 or 5%. So you want to see it increase by 4% and also, see the price end up getting diluted by 4%, right? So AMC is currently up 4.25%, so it looks really good. This movement looks insane. But yeah, I would say you have a couple of cryptocurrencies that make sense to be considered a currency, but others are more of just like a cash grab, more of just an implementation type of thing. And I think of it as like um, a, a GoFundMe for certain cryptos, because you have to make a case for why it's important, why the use is important. So you're making that case, people are believing in that case, getting behind it, but also making money on that price growing. You know what I mean? Are you Cuban? No, I'm not. I'm black and white. I'm like an old school TV. His last name is Perry. Some Portuguese. Perry comes from my black side of my family, not my white side of my family. So I don't know. Possibly. Just because something goes up doesn't mean it stays up. You're absolutely right. Did you ever hear of the markets back in 1990s, early 2000s? First of all, your name is John Cena. Awesome. So I didn't even see your comment. But yeah, is that your that's not your actual name. I want to say yes, but then I want to say no. I know just because things go up doesn't mean it stays up, and depends what it actually is. If it has even if it does have a solid use case for it, even if it is, an amazing company like Amazon or Tesla or whatever, just because it goes up, you're right, it doesn't stay up. This is why you need to you buy into the position, play whatever you want to play, and then get out of the position with whatever you're comfortable with, because there's no way you can predict the top of everything. Different cryptos have different utilities. Yes, you're right. Only a few are meant to be used as currencies. You can bust out some serious. I don't think I can. I bought February 9th and sold majority at 59. But for me, it was relatively short. AMC is up 4%. Yes, I read that. Which crypto is your best pick? Just one at the moment, not financial advice, just fun. What's my best pick? Let's go to my where's it? My portfolio, Coinbase Pro. Let's see. Bring this over here. Show you my portfolio. See where it's at now, because it has decreased. It's down to 18K. I haven't added anything to it, so it's just been decreasing. You can see that Harvest is down 6%, Internet Computer is down 8%, Clover is down 6%. I think that my best pick, something that goes under the radar and doesn't get mentioned a lot, is probably Litecoin. It doesn't get mentioned enough, and I feel like Litecoin is just that like hidden gem that gets like, I guess, looked at as the younger brother of, let's say Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Bitcoin is that older brother or sister or whatever. And you have Ethereum that's sitting there as the middle child. And then Litecoin is actually the little brother that may be like your half brother type of thing. He's your brother, but then again, he's not. You know what I mean? So that's the way that Litecoin gets looked at, because right now you're seeing Cardano take that third spot. Litecoin is kind of just in the background here. It has, I don't even know how many coins it actually has. I think it's low. Let's look at this, because I know a lot of people don't mention Litecoin too much. The total supply is around 66 million, which is 79% of the supply. Right, that's low. The typical hold time is 96 days. So people are holding this for a long period of time, and the market cap is only 11 billion. If it gets up to these levels, right, you're seeing it go to 400, 500, $1,000, right? So I think I think that Litecoin is probably one of those coins that I think is more of a hidden gem, and I really like Litecoin. But I would say another one, and I know you only wanted me to pick one, another one is probably Anchor. Just because I believe Anchor can get to higher and higher levels, and does have as like a lot of popularity as well. As we look into, let's go to here. We're going to see that people are holding this for 53 days. The popularity is 48. The market cap is only at about 1 billion, right? And we have about 7.7, or sorry, I guess a total of 10 billion coins in circulation, showing that if we were looking at average for this to get to $1, the market cap would be somewhere around that 10 billion, $10 billion market cap. I'm holding around 10,000 coins. I would like to hold more. I'm holding 10,000 coins, and I believe that can easily double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, can get to higher and higher levels. We'll see how that plays out, but I think that Litecoin is probably my most popular, or the one that I believe has the most potential. Not has the most potential, the hidden gem, I guess. One that has the most potential, I think, is Farmcoin, but hopefully that answers. I know I give these long-winded answers. Yes, Litecoin to the moon, baby. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate answering my question. I appreciate the work you do. Well, thank you for being here. Without you guys, there's no me. Which is basically Portuguese and African. And Perry is a big name in my family. Huh. It's good to know. Small world. I know a couple of Perrys where I'm like, you stole my last name. And some where I'm like, you stole you stole my last name as your first name. Which crypto trading platform is the best for charts? The best for charts. I mean, if you wanted to look at how the chart was moving in a day, I would say that there's a lot of charts that look great. I don't know what's the best crypto platform for charts. I would say that I like the way Coinbase charts actually look when you go into trading, how it looks. And I haven't even checked all the things that you can add here, but it's pretty standard. Most of them look pretty similar. I have KuCoin, I have Gate.io, I have Coinbase, I don't even know what else, Bitmart, and they all look basically the same when you get into trading. So they don't really have a platform that looks like similar to like Webull or even Fidelity or anything like that, gives you all that information, because I wish that I can look at everything here. So I didn't have to go to CoinMarketCap and go to Coinbase and go to all of these different platforms when they can just give me the freaking information here, you know? But they don't. So whatever they do is whatever they do. So currently GME is down 1.35%, 1.35%, and AMC is up about 3%. It has come back from getting up to that level of $46. Let's see if we can break that level and hopefully find a way to break 50 today. It would be amazing. Is Litecoin the stepbrother? What's it doing? Yeah, I don't know. But yes, I think to get back to a level, that's just, yes, Litecoin is The stepbrother. Watch Crypto on Google is a part of Kraken. They have the best charts in my opinion. Interesting. I'll have to look into it. I've heard about it, but I haven't ever looked into it too much. My favorite is that buy the dip coin. I'm still trying to get liquidity on that. My liquidity, it's saying that it's going to cost me $900 in Ethereum. And that's ridiculous to just set up liquidity. I mean, it may be legit, but I tried to change it to 100 shares of BTD, but it still gave me like a 900. And then at one point it was like $2,000. And I don't understand why it's getting to that level, why it's so high. I keep adding on to this and it's saying, 900, 1,000. And then I go to 100 coins and it says that it's up to 2,000. I'm like, that's less coins. And you want me to pay that much for liquidity? It makes no sense. I got in mask at a 7-Eleven. Huh. Well, that's good. I think you have a lot of growth to go from there. It looks really good. Have you looked into total charts, crypto market cap? No, I haven't. If we fall to 1.75 trillion or 1.5 trillion, they all are going to get a nice dump, man. Well, that would be good. I would love if a lot of coins just fell, right? I'm okay with what I'm holding in crypto. I don't care if it goes down to $1,000 to where I'm holding. Everything fell down to an endless pit of just negativity. I would love that because I would buy so much more. Again, I have $6,000 that's sitting there doing nothing. And I would love to put that into crypto. I'm okay with what I have with AMC. I'm great with what I have with GME. I'm okay with, obviously, I'm not comfortable with where ZOM and SOS are, but I believe that those are going to make a move as well. So I'm comfortable with where those stand. So yeah, I'm sitting great in the stock market. I haven't made any type of day trading moves because I'm expecting all of these swing trades to really play out the right way. But yeah, I would love if everything just dipped. I just wanted to say thank you. Awesome content and validation is that we missed you yesterday. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think about Elon taking another public figure will do the same for another cryptocurrency. I think there's always a public figure that's trying to push a cryptocurrency now. That's just how it is. I don't think more people believe in what Elon says than any other position or any other person. Do I believe that anybody else will be able to push it as much as Elon has? No. Do I think anybody will be able to push any other crypto as much as Elon has? No. I think anything he says, people tend to get behind, right? And that's a lot of power that he does have. We spoke total on trading view. The chart's running the market right now. Let's do a GoFundMe with donate for liquidity. I have to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with that liquidity. I still want to hand out BTD, but I also want to be able to create liquidity before I hand out more BTD. Without the dollar, without this, the dollar would have already lost so much more of its purchase power. The USDT would be regulated. A-Rod, that's a great idea. Yeah, I think it is a great idea, but I want to create liquidity first. I don't want to pay that much for liquidity. It should not be that much. I don't know why it's getting to that level, because the first time I created liquidity for 100 coins, it was like $6, right? And I thought, okay, if I create liquidity for 1,000 coins, it wouldn't be to a level to where it's thousands of dollars or anything like that. Or it wouldn't be a level to where it's $100 or anything like that, because at a certain level you get to a max like gas fee, right? So I would I wanted to take 9,000 coins and just, put it into this liquidity pool. Pull up a total on TradingView that I'll have to check it out. Just give me a second. Actually, I really don't know if because I'm about to end the stream in like 7 minutes, so I want to talk about your chat is so delayed. It's not delayed, it's just I'm behind. You're all right on that support level. He does all the time. We have to figure out. Can we see Carl? The only person that's next to me is Daisy. Carl is somewhere else. If you guys can see, if I can get Daisy. Oh, there's Carl. Jesus, didn't even call you, man. Here. Here's Daisy, guys. You see Daisy? I know, you're not excited. She doesn't like to be held. I know, you don't like to be held. I'll put you down. Oh, where you at? Oh, you got hair all over me now. Unfortunately, we can see John Cena. I don't know what the rule yesterday was, but I don't think that's why the price increased. It was a lot of FOMO buying that was going on. It wasn't the fact that something that was already illegal was made more illegal for some reason. I don't know. No matter how illegal you make something, if you can't track it, then it doesn't matter what you do. You know what I mean? That's like saying, robbing a bank is illegal, but the bank had no cameras and you didn't figure out who was there, right? Let's go with that. I don't know. I don't really have great analogies, but you didn't figure out who was there. They robbed the bank 7 times, and now they were telling you, hey, this is illegal to rob a bank. It's more illegal now. Okay, well, they still robbed the bank again. And now you haven't caught them. You know what I mean? Like, they're still doing it. They're still shorting. They're still naked shorting. They're still attacking this thing. It should be illegal to short it over a certain percentage. Like, once it gets to a certain percentage, shorting should be stopped completely. I don't, like, you shouldn't be trying to short a company out of existence or short a company to bankruptcy. That should be the portion that we're looking at, but that's not what we're doing here. So I don't really know what the rule was. I would have to look it up, but I don't take any stock into those rules anymore, or regulations, or creating new laws in any way. It just doesn't work. I feel like the government is behind a lot of this negativity as well. So I'm not gonna. Been here for 5 months. Thanks to your dedication, Matt. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for sending that. But yeah, like I've said, without you guys, there's no me. If I had 90 viewers and people were not interested in what I was doing, and I mean, there are points, I guess 90 viewers is still a lot. If I had like 9 viewers and people were not interested in it, then it would be to a point to where without you guys, I wouldn't be here, so with you guys supporting me, we're starting to see this fall pretty quick. Without you guys supporting me, I would be nowhere. So I appreciate all the people that are here. We hit a max viewers, I think, of like 480. So I thank you for that. Following, wait, there's no sell if it's following a damn channel, and in total tested 2 trillion. Lots of institutional buying yesterday, I bet. Probably, I would say you had some institutional buying, but I would imagine you actually had a lot of retail buying as well. You had a lot of FOMO buying that was going on. When people see it get up to a level of like 10%, it breaks some of these levels, they start buying a lot more. You had a lot of shorting that was going on towards the end of the day. You didn't have shorting that was going on towards that high volume period that we've seen. You had more shorting go on at the end of the day once they put it into their what's it called? Their little black box to short a certain percentage. So they were like, oh, this is going up crazy. Let's short the hell out of this thing. So they did, and brought it down from a level of 48 down to, you know, the low point, and we even came back a little bit more. You need to do more than guess. Not trying to be rude, but you should be looking at charts right now. Look, to understand, if you haven't seen that none of the patterns are following, the only thing that really holds that we're seeing are support and resistance levels. Right? I'm looking at charts right now. Right? You see charts on the screen, and you can see current support and resistance levels, current pullback levels, and that's what we're looking at now. So to tell you the truth, all of this is a guess. The reason why is because nothing is predicted. Nobody predicted what happened yesterday. People looked at it and said, oh, we'll see it break 40 today, or we'll see it break 40 this week. But no one predicted that we could have gotten, or we were getting up to a level of testing 50. So understand that. I don't want to have anybody that's just going to spam anything. Now it's really, really illegal. Yeah, exactly. No. Now with this rule, it's really, really, really illegal. You can't do it. You're not allowed. All right, guys, it's 9:01. And deleted by Ryan. What'd you say? $299. Yeah, I know. I'm probably just gonna yeah, you know what? Now I really can't see your comments. But anyways, guys, hit the like button. It's 9 o'clock right now. We're seeing a little bit of a comeback after that fall from the level of pulling back at 46 and seeing it drop down to 44 and now starting to come back a little bit. Let's hope we can see this continue to move on that rate. GME is down 2.2%. AMC is up about 2%. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Thank you guys for watching, for being a part of this community today. We definitely had more people stop by today than we did any other day in the week. So thank you guys. If you are interested in seeing golf content, let me know on the Perry Experience channel. I will put out a poll and also put out the video, because I have a 4-hole outing that I want to post. If you guys are interested in that, I want to post golf content on there. I love golfing, so why not show it to you guys and talk to you guys and do something like that. So let me know if you are interested in it anywhere that you can. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for all the super chats. Anybody that is a member, I appreciate you. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.